I want to talk about fear today and how fear could be stopping you stepping into your power. Fear keeps you in a low vibration. You know that's what they want though. You know who I'm talking about. They put it all in films, all over the news, all over the television. Even the Bible, it's all about, a lot of it's to do with fear, the devil, which we're believed to think is a big red thing with horns, which is shown to us in films, which brings us into more fear. But what if I was to tell you right now that if you could come away from fear and realise that you are the strongest entity there is, you take your power back? You know, I'm a little bit different to how the Bible brings out fear. I don't believe in demons. I don't like the word demon, first of all, because I feel like it takes away your power. I like to call them low vibration entities or trickster energy, which to me sounds a lot less scary. I think there's some truth to it, but I don't think we need to be as scared as we get told to be. I am very spiritual, but not in the Bible way. I've had my own experiences with these low vibration entities and trickster energy. For example, recently, when I was going away on holiday, I got a text message from my dad, and he sent me a video randomly of a plane crash and loads of people dying, and I suddenly was like, why the hell would you send me that when I'm just about to go on a plane? Like, that's so horrible. So I rang him and he said, I swear on my life, darling, I would never, ever, ever do that to you. And I kind of thought, I know my dad actually wouldn't. So it did seem very strange. I did get a little bit upset suddenly. I suddenly was like, why would you do that, universe? Why are you scaring me? And then suddenly I snapped out of it, and I suddenly realised and became very aware in the moment that it wasn't the universe, it wasn't God that was sending me that message. It was these low vibration entities, trickster energy that you know maybe as demons. Like there is good people and bad people in the world. There's good people and bad spirits. Some of them don't want the best for you. But it's the same as humans. Do you know what? I'm a lot more scared of a human being who has a physical body who could actually harm me and hurt me than a spirit that can just play tricks on me, trickster energy, and they can drain you and make you not feel good because they like to stick to your aura. Leeches, sucking all your energy. But guess what? This is the biggest secret I've learned recently, which made me step into my power and not be afraid anymore. If you realise you are the strongest entity there is, they can't do anything to you if you take that power back and you don't live in fear anymore. They thrive off fear. They love it. Once I learned all of this, through some amazing spiritual teachers that I listened to, Victoria Bond and Constance Messmer, I think her name is. They both taught me these powerful names and ways of thinking towards these low vibration entities, which really took my power back, and I started not to be as scared. And now I'm not living as much in fear. And I tell myself all the time that I am the strongest entity there is. Nothing can affect me. Nothing can get in my way. They've literally left my life. I did have that one instant that I said about with my dad. But actually, I do kind of feel like that was a test about seeing how aware I am suddenly. Because I've come quite far in my journey. 4 or 5 years of having a spiritual awakening. And becoming more and more aware as the years come and questioning everything. I feel like it was a little test for me. Have I realised what's my intuition, what's a low vibration entity, and what's a message and sign from the universe? Have I worked out what's what? And I feel like I passed the test. In the moment, I got a little bit upset. I was like, why is the universe doing that to me? I did get a bit upset, and then I snapped out of it. And I was like, hang on a second. If it doesn't feel good, it's not God. If it feels good, it's God. I literally live by that saying. And every time something happens in my life, I say to myself, does this feel good? This message, this experience that's happening right now. What can I learn from this experience? What can I get out of this right now? And in the moment I was really upset. But then I realised, wow, I've come a long way to actually be aware enough to understand what messages and signs and what's coming from a lower vibration entity. It made me actually feel, wow, I'm really starting to get a hang of all of this stuff. I've really up-leveled in my spirituality. If you suddenly have a spiritual awakening, or you're someone who starts experiencing supernatural things, or maybe starts opening up to your gifts, or maybe you're just interested in these things. A lot of the time when you start receiving messages and gifts or angel numbers, a lot of people can freak out and become scared and live in fear suddenly. And guess what fear does? Fear blocks you. Fear completely blocks you for you to become your best version and to go further in your spiritual awakening, or whatever you want to call it. It's really interesting actually, because recently I had a comment on my YouTube video by someone who is really to the Bible, obviously, and they said, Jesus is the only way. It will destroy you. It was something on the lines of that. I can't remember exact now, but they were basically saying, but the stuff that I'm doing, the stuff that I'm talking about, which I've done in my other videos, if you haven't seen them, I would go watch them. They're absolutely amazing. I talk about signs that I got from God from my pregnancy and having a vision in my dream state, and then about being the karmic releaser in my family. So yeah, they're on YouTube if you want to watch them. I just wanted to mention a journal I've created for children. Do you want a fun journal that could help you understand your kids' emotions better? A journal that you and your child could spend time bonding and asking questions, exploring lots of fun facts and information to help your child in their daily lives. Look no further. This is the journal for you and your child. Help them open up more and find helpful coping mechanisms. Find out what they truly love and dislike. Get them to understand about themselves more than ever. Using this journal daily will impact your kids' lives in such a positive way. If you are interested in this journal, it's available on Amazon. I will link it in the description below. But anyway, he said this really negative comment to me, saying basically it will destroy me. Jesus is the only way. And I just thought, I find it really interesting, because when people say nasty things, or they get really triggered by you, and they can say not nice things in the moment, really, let's just say that, they're actually my low vibration entities, or as you might know it, demons. I see that in them, because when you're saying something like that to me, you're trying to put me in a low vibration, which is going to lower my vibration, which then attracts more of this trickster energy. So I actually see it more in people as well, because think about it, if you're saying nasty comments and not nice things to people, and you really just think your way is the only way, and you will not let anyone else have an opinion, I see that as you being manipulated a little bit by low vibration entities, demons. Because I believe that we all have a voice, we all have an opinion, we can believe in whatever we want. I'm right, you're right, this person who believes in everything in the Bible's right. Like, if that's what they believe, that's what they believe. It's true to you. Whatever you believe in, it's true to you. So yeah, I find it really interesting when people say negative things, because I'm thinking that actually they're my demons. So yeah, I don't think it's as scary as everyone thinks it is. We've just been brainwashed over tell a lie, and certain things to put us in complete fear. And yeah, get away from the news, definitely. Get away from all of these negative social media videos, and there's so much negativity right now to keep us in a low vibration. They don't want us to be working on ourselves. They don't want us to not be in fear. It's all a distraction to keep us from knowing ourselves, doing the inner work. So I ask you this today. Do you live in fear? What are you afraid of? Where does this fear come from? What caused it? Could you change the name of demon to something that resonates with you, that's less scary? Could you take back your power? Obviously, if you are someone who's spiritual and does what I'm doing, you do have to eat fear for breakfast, 100%. Because obviously I'm connecting with the realm, I'm connecting with lots of spirits. And of course there's going to be amazing spirits, there is. But yeah, I will get the odd negative, the odd low vibration spirit. And that's why I have to eat fear for breakfast, and I have to be okay with that. I have to realise that I am the strongest entity there is. There's nothing that entity can do to me, because I know my power and I know how strong I am, and I won't let them do anything to me. Because if you can let them, obviously you can give them the power, and after all, that's what they desire, that's what they feed off. I didn't become fearless overnight. It took me time. As I said, I've been doing this 4 or 5 years. And I would say only in the last year I've become so much stronger, and I've really learned ways of not being scared anymore, and really stepping into my power and just knowing that nothing can hurt me. And like I said, I'm more afraid of humans with a physical body. But I completely get it, because if you are someone who's having a spiritual awakening or coming into this stuff, when you first start doing it and you're all new to it and loads of things, you get loads of signs and stuff. I remember being really scared to begin with, I do remember being really scared to begin with, because I didn't really know any better. And like I said, I fought demons from the films and so on. But I'm so glad that I've come across these spiritual coaches, and I've learnt new ways around it and new names. Trickster energy. They literally are tricksters. They literally do tricks on you. That's literally what it is. Low vibration entities. Like, how much nicer does that sound than demons? It's really great as well to find exercises each day to have like a cleanse and clearing of your aura, or you can clear any negative energies by doing certain techniques and sayings. One that I use a lot, which is from Victoria Bond, is I command any non-organic beings to release their hold and step away from me now. And click your fingers at the end. And imagine like negative energy, negative entities fleeing away back to source, and just intentionally say in your head, go back to the light, or whatever resonates with you. That's a great way to clear your aura, or your friends and family's aura, or you can cleanse and clear your house by saying that. But it's always good to get permission from someone before you do it. Another great way to cleanse and clear your aura is do deep breathing in and out. And as you're breathing in and out, you say the words cleanse and clear. I am cleansed and cleared. Any negative energy that's not for my highest good, to go back to source now. Cleanse and clear. And you can repeat it and say whatever you want, and just keep breathing deeply in and out. I find that really works for me, and I really use that a lot, especially being an empath, who's someone who absorbs everyone else's emotions and energy. Do you know how draining that is, to be someone who's so sensitive and an empath, which so many people don't realise that they are, especially these people who are in this spiritual awakening. A lot of you are sensitives and empaths, but I find these techniques are amazing for cleansing, clearing my energy, because guess what, you pick up people's energy every day. We got massive auras. If you stick your arms out, like stick it out to the side, both your arms, that's as far as a round circle of your aura goes. So think about everyone's arms stuck out. When you're walking past people, you're just whacking into everyone's auras. And if you're an empath, you're literally just soaking up all of their energy and taking on their own stuff. And you can take on negative stuff from someone. Do you know what's really funny is my daughter, she never wakes up ever when she sleeps. And I've had so many interruptions tonight making this video. I've literally had fireworks going off, trains going past so loud, like beeping, loads of people messaging me, my phone going off, and obviously my daughter crying. So I had to pause the video so many times, and I just think this has never really happened. And it's hilarious because I know this is low vibration entities right now, trickster energy messing with me. They don't want me talking about this stuff. They don't want me to tell you all of this amazing information that can help you. Of course they don't. So as I was saying before, you're brushing past loads of people and you're picking up all of their energy and auras, especially if you're an empath. It can really, really soak into you, and you can take home like negative stuff that they had on them onto you. Even a phone call chat. Let's say your best friend rings you, or a family member rings you. Let's say they're chatting on the phone to you and talking about something really negative, and just you can feel your energy being affected. You can feel like, do you ever get that feeling where you feel like you felt really good and happy, and then you have a conversation with someone and you come off the phone after a negative conversation and you suddenly feel so drained, you suddenly feel not good anymore, like you've lost your happiness for the day? Like, that's happened to me, and I feel like it does happen more to empaths, clearly, because we absorb it more. But this is why it's so important to cleanse and clear your aura and to breathe. Breathing is just amazing, because you could pick up someone else's energy that's not even yours, and then you're questioning yourself all day. Why do I feel so crap? Because first of all, it might have not even be your energy, and why would you want to feel like that for the rest of the day when it's not even yours? So this is why it's so important that people are aware of this. It really is about being aware, to be honest, and questioning things. The more you can do that, and the more you can practice that, it will start to change your life for the better. I really hope you got something out of this video today. And I will definitely do another video on about empaths and actually the power of being an empath, and how it's actually a gift, not a curse, because you get a lot of negative stuff about being an empath, but I found some really good things and positive things about it that turned it around for me, and I didn't see it as such of a doom and gloom once I knew certain things about it and how I could turn it into my power. So I definitely will do a video on the empaths. I just want to say, I'm not making out that the Bible is completely this fear-based bad thing. I'm just saying that some of the things that are said in the Bible do push you into fear and takes your power away, because it doesn't want you to do your inner work. It doesn't want you to quiet the mind, because if you quiet the mind, then the demons are going to get in. That's what someone told me who's a Christian, who's into Bibles, and I just think that's ridiculous. I understand that there's low vibration entities, but once you know about this stuff and know the difference, and you learn and you become aware, then there's nothing to be afraid of. I do think there's a lot of good stuff in the Bible, so I'm not bashing the Bible. I do believe there's a lot of good in there. I believe there's a lot of truth, but I also believe there's not all truth. And to people who are completely into the Bible and Christians, what I'm doing right now, I'm working for Satan, basically, and I'm possessed by the devil with all the things I'm doing, which is absolutely ridiculous. First of all, whoever's listening to this, you probably don't know who I am, and from how I was before to how I am now, you literally wouldn't even recognise me. I've literally quantum leaped into another person, and the person I am now is the best version of me. And yeah, I am becoming really psychic. I am getting loads of messages and signs from the universal God, the source, spirit team, whatever you want to call it. I am having prophetic dreams where I see things before they happen. And yeah, in the Bible, all of that is working for the devil, Satan's work. But it's crazy because when you actually experience it yourself, like, you know that it's not. I'm the most kindest, caring person with so much love and compassion, and all I want to do is help the world. It's really interesting because I've had a couple experiences with people who are really hardcore Christians and into the Bible, and they have actually been really not nice to me and said really comments that aren't very kind. And I question it. Just because you are someone who believes in the Bible and you are a full-blown Christian doesn't mean you're actually a good person. If you're saying all of these things to someone and you can't get past your own belief and opinions, you won't let anyone else have their own. Your way is your way. Like saying to me, Jesus is the only way, it will destroy you. You can't tell someone that. You're not them, you're not having their experience. You can send love and compassion to someone and wish the best for them, but you should never tell someone what to do. And I would never tell anyone to do anything. I'm just talking about my experiences to help whoever's listening to understand more for themselves, for whatever they're going through. I would never tell someone you have to believe this is the way, this is the only way, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not kind, that's not love, that's not compassion, that's just not talking from the heart. But yeah, I really hope I've taken away some of the fear around certain things for you today. And I would love to hear in the comments your own experiences with this subject. Have you got any great tools to work with around fear? If you feel like you gained something from this video today, I would be so grateful for you to like and subscribe. It means so much to me, and it gives me so much motivation to keep making these videos for you. So yeah, I can't wait to hear from you. So much love and light.